This is a program on Southwest Virginia Public Television, and this is the 21st of December, 2016. I'm filming this because I'm Margaret Ann Windsor, the daughter of Edward VIII, the only daughter and legal heir to the British Crown the day I was born. I was kidnapped in 41, and the reason I want to put this up, I have got a lot on YouTube and video on YouTube and on Facebook, and I've got documents put up. I found out about my kidnapping. This is the White House here that they're showing. And I found out in '83 when I was in a political campaign and flown out to Larry Flint's that about my kidnapping. And then I could remember being brought to Moulton, Alabama, to a pigsty, and my life has been nothing but torture and a living hell. My father, Edward VIII, never married Wallace Simpson, an American spy. My father was married in 35 or 36 to my mom, Claudia Ruth O'Keefe, a school teacher, sister to artist Georgia O'Keefe from Madison, Wisconsin. Now then, in 37, they had my father marrying. It was a double that was used, an imposter marrying Wallace Simpson and becoming the illegal Duke and Duchess of Windsor. I'm watching this, and I hope my whole life and what's happened to my country, the truth is shown. This is John F. Kennedy they're showing here. Just prior to that, they showed Winston Churchill, who's made out to be a hero, actually moving into, I had heard about this, moving into the White House with Roosevelt. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. They're made out to be heroes. And I had also heard that Winston Churchill, when he moved in, I've forgotten what year, so it had to be after my kidnapping that this happened, that he actually took over a certain section of the White House, and he and Roosevelt got along just fine, and that there was he ordered all kinds of drinks, told everybody what to bring him, and that I didn't believe this part, but now knowing the part he took in my kidnapping and the plot to take down my father and give away Great Britain, I believe it. So anyway, they were riding around in the limo and escorted, and the best of friends. They're two thugs, and history leaves you thinking that my father, Edward VIII, married and abdicated, married a American spy, American whore, is the truth of it, when in fact that's all a lie. Now, I'm going to show me sitting here. I've got all this up on YouTube and Facebook, and I've got two YouTube accounts because someone got hold of my phone and tried to destroy all the documents and things that I had put up. My point is, there's been so many crimes committed against me and against my sons, Mark and Scott. It is so horrendous, and not one person has ever paid for the crime. Winston Churchill was part of taking down my father with the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Bilderbergers. My own uncle, illegal George VI, and Elizabeth has maintained she's had every chance to tell the truth. All of them had. I wouldn't have known about my kidnapping. I was told, I used to work for doctors, I was told that I did remember subconsciously that I knew what my real name is. But I couldn't. It was later in '83 after I found out that I could remember being brought to Moulton, Alabama, and what was done to me in part. My hope is that this is going to be finally told. It'll be told. And the heroes that you've got, this is Tom Brokaw. All these people have known about this, about my kidnapping and the crimes committed against me, and they've covered it up because the Rockefellers control the press, the very people that kidnapped me. Now, In 41, they kidnapped me, and I was born in 39. My father was married to my mom, Claudia Ruth O'Keefe, in 35 or 36 when they forced him to abdicate. And can you believe all that went into the lies? Wallace Simpson married a double that pretended to be my father, and all his antics and crimes were laid on my father when it wasn't true. Okay, they became the illegal Duke and Duchess of Windsor, and if you dug him out of the grave, this is an imposter, not my father. Uh, the imposter died in 72, and my father and mother were both alive in October the 20th of 86 when I came to Roanoke, Virginia. Now then, part of this is I hope the world sees what's been done to me and my sons in this country. The horrific crimes. Talk about a rag doll. I don't know who they're showing up there now. But they have certainly slandered my father, and they took everything British. I'm afraid this is going to go off. What happened, my father had an addendum to his forced abdication that should an heir be born, the heir would inherit. And so I guess they thought that my father would never have an heir, that they'd pulled it all off. Well, I was born in the addendum to my father's forced abdication was legal. It went through proper channels. The day I was born in 39, I became Queen Victoria II, heir to the British crown. So this would have brought my father back as my guardian and power of attorney. Well, how in the heck could they explain me when my father was supposed to have married Wallace Simpson? You get the drift. So my own uncle helped kidnap me, and this is Dan Rather. All these people have known about my kidnapping, and this is going to go off, and who I am and everything. And my sons, I haven't seen. I had a letter from the FBI back in June the 23rd of 79. By the way, June the 23rd is my father's birthday. I haven't seen them since I had antifreeze put in me April Fool Day of 80. John F. Kennedy flew into the embassy back in 36 till after my kidnapping in 43 because Roosevelt had appointed Joe Kennedy ambassador to England. And what a timely timeline. Joe Kennedy, 36. Look what happened to my father. Then they kidnapped me. John Kennedy was part of it. He flew into the embassy. Look at this sorry sot. It doesn't matter to the people here. They just really want to shut me up. It was okay for John Kennedy to be a part of the Marilyn Monroe murder, and he helped kidnap me in 1941. And what happened there, the illegal treaties helped the United States to come in and the military bases to be put there and take over everything British. Any fool can look and see what's happened to Great Britain. The United States, they put their own monarch in, George VI. A sorry man. Remember the movie that made him out to be the good guy? I hope my father's name is cleared, and I certainly, no one can repay me for the crime that's been done against me and my country, and most of all my children, Mark and Scott, who are the legal heirs, and I hope you have to see what they did to my sons when they were born. And you lie there, you sorry people that have allowed this to happen, and that's the media that's controlled by the Rockefellers and Rothschilds, Bilderbergers, the Kennedys. So if I sound rambling, maybe I'll get the chance to go before the United Nations or where this is forced to be told. It's a war crime of the magnitude that's never happened before. The United Nations was formed right after my kidnapping and the invasion by the United States of Great Britain. And the United Nations is what's put together, and they're the arm of the New World Order. The Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Bilderbergers, the Kennedys, the Roosevelts that kidnapped me, the global government. And the War Tribunal is controlled by Henry Kissinger, for one. By the way, the Watergate break-in, I've put up here the 18-minute gap in the Watergate tape. They role-played it in 1980 after I had the antifreeze put in me and a letter from the FBI. I'm transported across state line to Huntsville, Alabama, and I work for the DA. And the condition I was in, I should have died. By the way, that was Cobb County. I want to get this in. Antifreeze was put in me. I did a book about medical malpractice in 76 till 80, and Larry Flint was shot. The person was programmed to shoot him in Lawrenceville, Georgia. So here I'm going to skip to, I thought it was all because of the book, what was happening to me and my family. So in 1980, I had the antifreeze put in me, and I should have died. It was horrible. It's a living death. And I was illegally taken back to Huntsville, Alabama, and I was given a background check by Sheriff Patterson, Joe Patterson, and I was went to work for Simpson, as in you get into cryptic and clues to my identity, as Wallace Simpson was supposed to marry my father, which was a lie. Anyway, I worked for Fred Simpson and the Madison County, Huntsville, Alabama District Attorney. And it was later I started finding out about my real name and who I am. And I guess I'll let it go with this because I have been, had every law. I wanted to finish this if I've still got it on the tape. It's so horrific, and right at the moment I'll be 78 next month, but somebody used to say, if you got something to say, say it. Right at the moment, it's just slipped my mind. Oh, Henry Kissinger, I don't know how that could slip my mind. He was trying to do Henry Kissinger, on the Watergate tapes that was played, they did a role-playing in the district attorney's office in 80 of the Watergate tapes, and the where they, well, the Watergate tapes were subpoenaed. Those tapes were, and they were deliberate. Well, I think they're doing it right here. I'm not sure on TV. They're showing, I'm not sure, it's Nixon. Anyway, Kissinger was Secretary of